Watch this. I was meant to watch this a while ago. Yeah, gearing in FF kind of sucks right now. Let's see why.
I want to talk about gear. I think it takes too long to gear up. It should not take you 7 weeks to get fucking BIS on a single job. There's a lot of unnecessary gating, I feel. I'm not going to be BIS until week 7 because of the fucking tome cap. It's actually obnoxious. The 450 tome cap is completely outdated. Over the years, the gearing has just become bad. Is the gear in this game worse than other games? No. But that's not the point. I hate that excuse that people use. They're like, well, you should play WoW. How about I don't? How about you stop comparing Final Fantasy to WoW, you fucking sheep? These motherfuckers have played WoW for so long, dude, that they just live and breathe WoW. That's it. It's like, stop comparing other games to WoW. Holy fuck, dude. For you hating WoW so much, you sure suck its dick a lot. Like, holy shit, man. If you hate WoW so much, why do you compare every game to it? That doesn't make any sense. So your logic, your reasoning is because WoW is shitty, that it's okay for this game to be less shitty? Like, that's their logic. I'm not even saying WoW's bad. I don't even play it. But I'm saying the mentality of saying that a shitty system is okay in one game because it's not as bad in another game is fucking stupid. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I have very high standards for this game. And I want this game to be the best it can be.
I mean, like, just from all that alone, like, yeah, I don't know why you would compare a very strict loot system like we have here to WoW's like fucking Treadmill, or what used to be a Treadmill. I don't think it is so much now, but still, like, bruh. The gear system here was fine for quite a long time because we didn't have enough classes for it to be bad. But now as time has gone on and more classes get added, it becomes really annoying to start gearing up multiple jobs. And we play everything on one character. So surely you would want to make it like not easy, but at least more convenient to gear up multiple jobs. Surely. So the game right now in this state is like contradicting itself a bit. Because that's not changed and we're just getting more and more and more classes. And it's a fucking pain in the ass.
I've bitched a lot, but I haven't actually given you guys any like reason, like in suggestions on what they could do to fix the loot. So maybe I should do that. How long do I think it should take BIS? A month. No longer than a fucking month. There's what, 9?
Oh yeah, that's the other thing I wanted to say. Like, how many tomes you need each tier is just a fucking dartboard, man. Like, all the time. I swear to God, they just throw the fucking, like, darts at the pieces they want to be, like, BIS tome. And, like, fuck, things like ranged got the short straw this time. It seems like tank did too. So, I remember last year, a lot of my gear was raid gear. And now this tier, it's like 7 weeks of tomes. Maybe longer if I don't get the twines that I want. Or the upgrades in general. Like, it sucks, dude. Like, no amount of split raid clears is gonna make me BIS because of that. Tome catch up. Yeah, I mean, that would be nice, but how about just raising it anyway? Like, after a certain amount of time, or just... Why am I playing with his cursor? What the fuck? I'm so weird. Like... They just need to raise the tome limit. Like, that would already go a long way. And maybe the last floor shouldn't be 8 books.
$18, 19 jobs in this fucking game? What if you want to play another job? Like, this game does a lot of shit to, like, contradict itself. This game's all about you can play whatever job you want. All the jobs are on the same character.
Okay, it seems we have the same viewpoint. Okay, good.
Hard gate you on gear. Like, fuck off, dude. And I also hate that excuse like, oh, well, it gets people to keep playing the game. No, it doesn't. You know what gets people to keep playing the game? The fucking house. Your house. That's why people play this game. They don't play this game for the weekly lockout, you fucking moron. They play for the house. No one dare.
No, I think he might be trolling. But, like, that's not true for everybody. Like, some of us don't have a house, but would still raid, and would still log in for weekly raid, because people want to gear up for Ultimate. So, like, I don't know, man. I don't know about this specifically. I think someone linked me a clip of this, actually, the other day. I can't remember who it was, though. Like, this sounds very familiar. But yeah, I don't think that's entirely true. But there is some truth in it, yeah.
Let their sub expire because they'll lose their house. Who the fuck gives a shit about gear when you have a house? No, that's what it is.
I am a street
The people
cat, yeah.
that say that, they don't have a house. Okay, it makes sense now. The people that say that they don't have a house, they don't know. They don't know, dudes. Aww.
Also not true, by the way. As someone who doesn't have a house, like, MMOs have always been designed to keep you logging in. Whether it's new content or, like, weekly and daily stuff. Like, this is nothing new. I don't know why we're acting like this is, like, a new concept that this game is doing wrong. This game respects your time more than, like, probably most games out there. At least most MMOs. But that, like, that's not really the point. The point is, the weekly stuff that you do doesn't really get you as far as it used to now. That's where the problem is.
Aww. Sad times for sad individuals. Imagine being homeless in Final Fantasy XIV. Ooh. I tell you what, brother.
Limsa is
You
my
have bigger
home.
problems than arguing with the bald man on the internet, okay? For one, you're homeless.
Or the nearest
Final
cat
Fantasy
girl's
14.
ass.
You can't go to any parties. No one will respect you there. You're going to be looked down upon. You don't have a house. That's the RP community. That's not me. Okay, me, I don't give a shit. You can have a house. You cannot have a house. I don't give a shit. But the RP community, dude, you don't have a house? Ooh, that's even worse when you like say when you brag.
That's
about
what a lot of
having an
people say,
apartment.
60.
Oh
yeah.
my god, that's even worse. So okay, let's get back to talking about the gear. Seriously, they need to fix the gear. All right, now I'm gonna give you some suggestions that are really fucking good suggestions on what they could do to fix the gear. Okay, so currently right now, if you compare how fast you get raid gear to tome gear, you get raid gear way too fucking fast and tome gear way too fucking slow. So you know what I think they should do? I think that when you open up that treasure coffer, you should be able to choose if you want an upgraded piece of tome gear or if you want a piece of raid gear. Wouldn't that be bad?
That's not necessarily true. Like, if you're in PF, you don't get either quickly. Like, this loot system's terrible for PF right now.
Badass. Okay, how many of you in the chat right now do not need a weapon, pants, or a chest piece for your main job? Because I bet you that more people in this chat need twines and oils more than they do a weapon or a chest piece. Let me give you a scenario. Let's say you're running with your static and a pair of pants drop. Wouldn't that be fucking cool, man? As if you could use that pant coffer to get the tome pants, like the fully upgraded tome pants. That would mean that never, never, never would a piece of raid gear go to waste if you could do that. That means that you could get all the pants and all the chest pieces all day. Because pants and chest piece cost fucking, what, 825 or some shit? Wouldn't that be amazing? Wait, would it help if the first clear per roll you'd auto get a piece of gear?
I don't know, man. It's a weird idea. Like, we've already seen, like, what gear does to these raids, right? Like, I think there has to be some kind of balance here. Like, that's literally getting gear so fucking quickly. Which is also, like, is that gonna increase the longevity of the game for somebody? I don't know if it is. Like, if you have gear too fast, then people are gonna run out of reasons to raid really quickly. But right now, we're on the other end where it takes arguably too long. And so people are just kind of like, not even bored, but just kind of frustrated. That they're pretty much locked to playing one job or one role. Until weeks into the future. I think, like, one of the solutions is just reducing the book count needed. I think that would be fine. And raising the tome cap a bit. I don't know, 600, 750. People want to raid will raid anyway. I mean, yeah, true. But, like, I don't know, I think of it from a perspective of people, like, there still needs to be stuff for people to do. Otherwise, people would just play for a few weeks and just fucking quit. But maybe I think about it the wrong way. Why am I AFK?
No, not really, because then you gear up too fast. You need to find the sweet spot. There needs to be some type of RNG. The RNG in this game, with the way the coffers are set up, you really only get completely fucked. You don't get super lucky anymore, right? Unless it's like a weapon. Basically, the ceiling of luck has lowered while the floor has also like lowered. I'll put it to you this way. So we've been trying to get a helmet for Chet for 5 weeks. We didn't get it in the group that he's in, but we got 3 of them in the other group. So he's getting a week 6. He's getting
that
a
would
week
be
6
pretty
regardless.
complicated.
Yeah,
I don't think they'd ever do that.
Yeah, so you guys are a head group. We're a glove group. Okay, we got so many gloves. We could put a glove on each finger. We got a handful of hands, dude. Here's my suggestions. Okay, so for the first thing, the coffer, it needs to be able to give you a piece of tome gear, or it needs to be able to give you a piece of raid gear. The fact that you can just feed a person for all raid gear, but you're still fucked on tomes is absolutely ridiculous. It's too one-sided. Second change, increase the fucking tome cap to like, I don't know, 900 or some shit. Or, alternatively, you can lower the price of gear. The final turn needs to drop a twine and needs to drop a fucking oil.
Yeah, like, you can't have both. Like, both would be insane. Things containing, like, actual tome gear and increasing the tome cap, I don't know. I think that's too far in the other direction. But maybe like I'm just thinking about this the wrong way, and maybe just gearing everything really fast is like is the way forward. It would definitely feel good, don't get me wrong. And for people like myself who raid a lot, like for stream content and shit, like yeah, that it's not bad. It's just it just feels. If it feels like too much. Like, I think a good increase to the tome cap would just be nicer. So then people don't take so long to buy stuff. And then maybe reduce the currency of... So reduce the book requirement of gear. I think both of those together would be enough. Let you buy the chest from P3S books. But that's kind of offset. But... that's offset by just reducing the count overall.
You should not have to wait 7 weeks to get BIS on a single roll. That's way too fucking long when the game has this many jobs. Look at these books right here. These 5 books. They're worthless. How the fuck is that even possible? The book from the final turn is worthless to me.
Yeah,
the rarest commodity in this is the twine and the oil. That's the rarest commodity. I should be able to use 4 of these books
of your jobs.
to buy a
I think that's too
twine and an oil.
convoluted.
It's obvious that I'm clearing the raid tier or I'm buying my clears. I should be able to use these books to get the fucking twine and oil.
People
I would
main
argue that you
classes
should
for a
even be
reason.
able to use your first books. Just make it maybe cost 8. Maybe make it to where you have to have double the amount of books. People might not like that, but I think it would be fair because at least it would give your books another use. Those are some changes I think that they need to make to the loot. But if cap is too high, people abuse it for a week. What does it matter? The raid tier dies the first or second day. Who cares? You know what else about the gear in this game? The fucking secondaries. It's really funny to me that Square Enix is fully fucking aware that the secondaries in this game are absolutely an illusion of choice. You know how I know that they know? Because of this shit right here. Every fucking tank weapon is crit det because they know that you're going to want crit det. They fucking know. But then they put pieces in the game that look like this. Or like this. Skill, speed, tenacity. But the weapon, the one that is always the best, they always make sure to put the best stats on the weapon. They know that they want to give you guys the illusion of choice. Like, I don't know, what chest piece are you going to take? The one with crit det or the one with det tenacity? So there's only one chest piece. That's what you're telling me. So there's only one chest piece. Another thing that really bothers me about gear, the fact that the 24-man gear is not raid equivalent, or you cannot upgrade that gear. I feel like
I don't have
that
anything
you should,
to say.
one,
like, he's
either
right.
be able to upgrade that gear, or that gear should be raid
It's
equivalent.
just there
all
to
of you
make
in chat that
people
think, oh,
get
well, that's the
terms.
casual content. They don't deserve raid gear. First off, your fucking dick is probably microscopic for having that mentality. Second off, you're not good at the game. You're not good enough at the game to say that other people don't deserve gear. And I know that because of your dumbass fucking little dick mentality. You're probably worse than the people that you think are bad. Trust me. I play with you guys all the time in the Party Finder. I know. The 24-man gear is meant to be catch-up gear. It's supposed to be gear put in the game to help you progress the raid tier if you choose to do so. If you don't want to do the raid tier, what advantage does that 10 extra item, like who cares? The 24-man comes out like 3 months after the fucking raid tier. So what does it matter? The raid tier's been dead for 3 months. No one cares anymore. People's mentality is it's okay just to log into the game once a week to do weeklies. Like, really? That's all you want out of people? Really? That's it? Like, you consider that playing the game? That's not play. That's just a chore. Basically, those people, if they had a choice to not do that, they would choose to not do that. The only reason why it's just really cheap, man. It's really fucking cheap. I think that the 24-man gear should also be raid equivalent. So there's really no reason for it not to. Plus, it would help people. That's the most important thing. It would help people. And it would also give BIS players, it would give them a reason to go back and do the 24-man stuff. Because me personally, I only do it like once and I fucking never do it again because there's no reason for me to go in there. Yeah, so that's what I think about gear. It should be a lot easier.
I disagree slightly because you get a coin or whatever the fuck it is that allows you to buy an upgrade. So, like, what's the point of it dropping that, like, raid equivalent gear if you get a currency to get raid equivalent gear? Like, I don't know. I don't really agree with that one. Because it literally gives you that in a different form already. That also needs tomes. Yeah, like, it doesn't solve the tome problem, but, like, if we look at, like progressing this solution... So we decrease the amount you need to buy raid gear, like the amount of books. You up the tome cap a little bit, so it's not aids to gear your fucking classes. And then, like that together with being able to buy the upgrades means that you can buy your upgrades. Not like, you know, for like more serious raiders at that point, they're already BIS on one job at least, but you get what I mean. Because I want to upgrade the chest piece of tenacity skill speed. Maybe not, but then what if that piece of gear from the Alliance raid is bad too? Like, maybe that's shit, and so then you're fucked anyway. Like, it's still like an illusion of choice scenario, yeah, like he's right on that. Like, of course Square Enix know what's going to be better and what isn't. And so it's like, well, why the fuck is substats like, why are substats like this? But... upgrade the Alliance raid gear too. I mean, I guess that's another solution, yeah. Like, if it is good, then you get the option to upgrade that with the currency you get, perhaps. I guess that's another way of looking at it, yeah.
To obtain. Well, not easier, but I guess it should take less time because, man, 7 weeks to get BIS on a fucking tank is ridiculous. It's just really annoying, man, because, like, I really do want to play other jobs, man. But the fact that I'm limited on tomes is just, dude, it's really obnoxious. I'm just, like, praying to fuck that I'm on a job that only requires, like, raid gear instead of tomes.
Yeah, I mean, like, I feel him, like, yeah, okay, I could go and get crafted gear for other jobs and play, but it feels bad. And it's a very first world problem. Like, it is a first world problem because, you know, not everyone gets to, like, raid hardcore, get gear early, etc, etc. Like, yeah, I get it. But overall, it's still nicer. Or, sorry, it still feels bad. Because, like, I want to be able to pull my weight in PF, and I can't do that if I'm just sat in fucking crafted gear. Because I'm still waiting on tomes for the first job I'm trying to get to BIS. Oh yeah, and yeah, people steadily increase the item level they lock for their fucking, like, 2 chests and stuff. Or even clear parties. So, you know, that sucks too, yeah. This is also why I bang on about item level and, like people locking item levels that are way too high. Like, as if that's the fucking solution to your problem. No idea. No idea, man. Good video, though. Like, I agree with most of what he says.